This building was originally donated to the people of Withington in 1861. It became a lending library for a while. It fell into private hands, which I don't think it was ever supposed to do that. And it became a working men's club. Women weren't allowed in here at all all the way from 1906 to 2017, believe it or not. Only one half of the people of Withington were able to use it for over 100 years. So I suspect they allowed women to come in not because it was the right thing to do, but probably because they wanted to try and increase their sales. And it clearly didn't work because they closed down in 2019 and we opened up in 2020.
I feel that the hall is very, very inclusive. Out of like a lot of pubs I've been, whether like it's in the countryside, you know, sometimes being like a young black man, the moment you enter that, you'd feel really like unwelcomed. And from the first like moment that I stepped into the hall, everyone was just so like welcoming, just so nice. And even you look at the events which happen once a month, there's always like Butch Revival. And that's such a great evening because you don't have all the men to bother, all like the lesbians and the queer people, you know, they can have a safe space to party and just to have fun without feeling at risk, you know, of being out in the city where sometimes there will be like a lot of trouble.
Can I have some fries as well?
Yeah.
Can I get the
Sunlight, yeah?
I think like Withy Hall isn't just like a pub. I think it's quite like a multifaceted like place, and like obviously there's a big sense of community here, and like it's quite diverse and like the type of like both people you get and like the events and stuff that sort of take place here. I think a lot, especially in this area of Manchester and Withington, it's quite, all the pubs here are very student focused, you know, and I think we do get students, but there's like a really nice mix of people.
Withington Public Hall, I think it's been a brilliant venue to work with. I think having a lesbian event there, they've been completely welcoming. It's obviously not like a complete lesbian team, but everyone's been so supportive and it's never even felt like a push of a raised eyebrow or anything. I think it's a brilliant venue space. They've kind of transformed it.
You know, it's as random as anything else we do in here. I think you've seen yourself, you were here for the Butch Revival night. Earlier on that same day we had the Manchester Communist Party in here doing their annual meeting. So we go from one thing to another.
I think there's something for everyone here. If you like music, if you like art, I think it's quite niche in the sense that in all the different elements of creativity and kind of community, it's got something for everyone. Like, you know, there might be a night which isn't for you, but then I guarantee you in a couple of weeks' time or a month's time or less than that, there will be something.
Go deliver these beauties.
Possibly one of the most inclusive places I've ever been to. It's just there is no one that walks in here that we think feels out of place. The pub itself is just such a random pub. So there's nothing in here that just feels like it shouldn't belong or anything like that.
I like to think I have a harem, but not all is exactly as it seems. I keep them close and I call them friends, but how I treat them will all depend on if I want their body. Are they willing to lend? Can I keep them around without making too much noise? And will they obey my wishes and keep their poise? But I am a wolf dressed in sheep's clothing. I'll tell my girlfriend that your feet are disgusting. I'll even say that I find them revolting. Then I'll tell her that I think you're annoying, and I'll roll my eyes when you're on the phone and say that I
don't think I ever appreciated how delicate and fragile the hospitality world is. You know, you hear about pubs closing all the time. We put in so much work, but that's not enough. That's just not enough.
If this place closes, I feel like it'll be a very sad day and a big loss for all the creators within like Manchester and for all like the community. You know, they wouldn't have a safe space to have their functions and won't have a team like us. You know, I feel like the team that we have at the Hall is so special because there's a wide range of people and everyone brings their strengths collectively as a whole just to serve the community.
I think we all feel really proud that we're doing it, and some of the nights and the feedback we get from people is really special. So, you know, it just makes you feel like we were getting something right. Perhaps not financially, but we're getting something right.